Hello, leaders. I'm your coach Vivek Singh, and you're watching CEO Alchemy. Very often, highly accomplished leaders, many of them are CEOs of large multi billion dollar corporations, scientists in elite institutes. Such people ask me, Vivek, when I go out and speak, I feel anxious, hands shake, I feel a lump in my throat, I tend to sweat. How can I manage my stage anxiety? If you have been experiencing any of these symptoms when you get to speak with a large audience, maybe when it's a large meeting with the stakeholders, including the superiors in your organization, you must watch this video till the end. So, before we look at solving this problem of stage anxiety, let's find out why it occurs. Why you are very comfortable when you are talking to people one to one. But as soon as you have to address a large audience, be it town hall, dealing with internal customers or stakeholders, speaking before your board, or addressing at a conference, you feel uncomfortable. Many times you black out. You tend to forget despite best of your preparations. The reason number one. First thing is projection. Whenever we get an opportunity to speak in public, whether it's inside the organization or outside a forum, we get into tremendous pressure. We feel that, I'm going to make the best possible impact. I want standing ovation. I'm going to tell the stories that people have never heard. I will be the shining star there and will shadow everyone else. When you have these questions in your mind, you tend to project yourself as someone who you are not. You could already be a great person, a great leader with immense depth in your subject, but you may not be the best of the storytellers. You may be a great data, but you may not be so great with your PowerPoints. So, nobody can be the best at everything. And when you tend to project someone who you are not, the stress amplifies. And you feel more uncomfortable, you tend to have the blackout. So, getting your context right is very important. And what can you do about it? Just be authentic. Have an objective evaluation of your talent, skills, and then you can work a bit through preparation because many of the things cannot be worked out in a day or in a week, like language skills. If you want to speak the finest of the language like Shashi Tharoor, you may have to practice that for years, if not decades, right? So have an objective evaluation and push yourself by 10%. Okay. If you are able to do anything better than that, that's bonus. When you tend to project someone who you truly, genuinely, authentically are, it's a lot easier to flow into the conversation. The next thing is preparation. Oh, to many of you, of course, public speaking is an opportunity to shine bright, to make an impact, to take your message to the world, to the larger audience. When you speak in the larger forum, people remember, people clap for you. It could be an opportunity to change your perception forever. One shot with a large audience. Okay. And for that, many of us tend to over prepare. You will be writing detailed word for word script. You will be adding stories. You have a great opening, amazing ending. You tend to use complex and difficult words that you may not be comfortable with. And you try to cram every possible comma and full stop of the script. You tend to choreograph everything. While I'm not totally against it. If your position is very sensitive, where every word matters and it create upheaval and uproar across the organization, the industry, or the world, and that's going to crash stock markets, or maybe even within the organization, uh, the topic that you're speaking on is very sensitive. Even reading through the notes is absolutely okay. But if it's not such a case, then over preparation becomes a killer. Because when you over prepare, when you tend to cram every possible word, comma, full stop, tone, flow, you tend to get overly dependent on the script. And if you miss out anything, it becomes very difficult for you to bounce back. You just lose confidence and your talk or speech is compromised. So, have a broad script, writing some cues, practicing some stories, and just be okay. If you miss out or jumble the flow, just getting more comfortable with it is absolutely okay. In most cases, the people who you're speaking to, they have no idea what plan you have. And they would never realize, even if there is a bit of jumbling or some minor screw up. So you would be beating yourself, hey, I could not deliver my best. But they might come to you and hug you, clap for you, and celebrate the way you speak and deliver your message. And the last thing is expectations. We tend to have a very, very high expectations of ourselves. Often, we unnecessarily increase the stake in a speech. And when we make it life and death situation, our survival brain gets active and it does more damage than the good. So, cutting down expectations, having a bit of detachment brings more objectivity, more openness. It creates more space for you to go wrong and bounce back after the talk starts. So, these are the three things that you can do. First thing, be authentic. Second, don't over prepare. No need to cram every word of your script, every comma, and every full stop. Have some broad script, keep space for maneuver when you deliver speech. And the third thing, bring a bit of detachment. A talk, even if not delivered perfectly, is going to be absolutely fine. Who decides the perfection? You. Because you know what you're going to speak. The audience does not. Okay? So take it easy. Even if you go wrong at a couple of places, they would never notice it. And be kind to yourself. Couple of more things that you can do is if you're sweating, you can have ice in your hand. When you go to the stage, your heart beats faster and your body temperature goes up. In such a case, slow down your breathing. Look at the people, smile at them. What your audience truly values is the connection and your context of speaking. If they get to know that, your intent is to help them, to create value for them, to transform their life. They are going to be your raving fans. That's all for today. Let me know what did you find useful in this video and look forward to meeting you in the next one. Have a beautiful day ahead.